If you've ever found yourself deep into a MrBeast video, you've probably had that moment where you just think, how? Seriously, how do they even come up with this level of chaos? And more importantly, why is it so incredibly successful? Well, today, we're going to pull back that curtain. We're deconstructing the method behind all that madness. Let's dive in.
Right from the jump, the video makes this incredibly bold promise. This isn't just a casual claim. It's basically their mission statement for the next 20 minutes. It immediately tells you that the normal rules, yeah, they're about to go right out the window.
So, what kind of tests no one has ever done are we really talking about here? Well, for starters, how about trying to do the impossible? Actually stopping a moving freight train in its tracks.
And if that's not enough, they then decide to push the absolute limits of human endurance by having a stuntman scale a skyscraper in a full-on, authentic Spider-Man suit.
And then, just to prove that absolutely nothing is sacred, they take a Lamborghini, a massive symbol of luxury, and decide to see what happens when it goes up against an industrial hydraulic press.
So you've got a train, a skyscraper, a Lamborghini. It all feels like completely random high-budget chaos, right? But here's the thing. It's not. There is a very deliberate structure at play here. So what is the method behind all this madness? Okay, so the first, and let's be honest, the most obvious pillar of this whole formula is just pure, unadulterated destruction. It's all about creating visuals that are so massive, so overwhelming, that you literally can't look away.
So the first test for our train is this massive brick wall. We're talking 20 feet high and a full 3 feet thick. It looks completely immovable. But the train? Yeah, it just plows right through it like it's nothing. Now, this isn't just for a cool shot. It sets a really important baseline for us, the audience. This train is an unstoppable force. So how do you even top that? Well, you line up 5 full-size trucks on the exact same track, and the result is somehow even more spectacular. The train just tears through them like they're made of cardboard. It's a perfect escalation of the destruction we just saw.
And when you actually map it all out like this, a really clear pattern starts to emerge. In every single one of these destruction-based challenges, the outcome is never, ever in doubt. The overwhelming force is always going to win. The appeal isn't the suspense of if it will be destroyed, it's the absolute guarantee of total annihilation.
And get this theme of destruction is so central, it bleeds into everything, even the humor. In one part, they make a friend think his car is being dropped from a helicopter onto a building. Now, it's a prank, sure, his real car is safe, but they still actually dropped a duplicate car. The spectacle of destruction itself is the punchline.
But look, it's not all about giant, impersonal things being smashed. To balance out all that chaos, the formula brings in a second, absolutely crucial pillar, the spectacle of incredible human endeavor. So the focus shifts entirely, from an unstoppable machine to a single human being. We're watching a professional stuntman in a real movie suit trying to climb a 400-foot skyscraper. It's a complete and total change of pace from watching a train demolish a wall.
And here's what's so smart. Unlike the destruction parts, this segment is a classic story. You've got a clear goal, right? But then obstacles pop up. It starts to rain, making the wall slippery, and then his suit actually starts to malfunction. This creates real, honest-to-goodness tension, and it makes his final triumph, when he finally gets to the top, so much more satisfying to watch.
400 feet. Just that one number. It represents the entire human story of this video. A massive feat of strength and willpower that gives us the perfect contrast to the raw, brute force of the train.
So, we have destruction and we have human endeavor. The third pillar is the glue that kind of ties it all together. It's about repurposing science not for discovery, but for pure, unadulterated spectacle.
Take, for example, the classic science experiment, elephant toothpaste. You've probably seen it before. It's a simple chemical reaction that makes a huge amount of foam. Well, in the hands of this team, it becomes something else. And that's the whole point. The goal here isn't to teach us about chemistry. The goal is to set a new world record. It's all about taking a known scientific principle and scaling it up to a size that just defies imagination. It transforms it from a simple experiment into a massive visual event.
The result is so surreal and overwhelming that one of them describes it perfectly. It looks like the pool is on fire. The foam just erupts, completely overflowing an entire swimming pool. This is science, but let's be real. It's presented as pure magic.
All right, so we've got the chaos, the human struggle, and the scientific spectacle. Let's put all these pieces together and finally lay out the viral formula that makes this all work.
So here it is. The formula is basically a three-part assault on your senses. You've got grand-scale destruction that taps into our primal curiosity. Then you have superhuman endeavor, which gives us a hero to actually root for. And finally, record-breaking spectacle that delivers pure awe. You combine those, and what you get is a relentless stream of unforgettable moments.
And this, right here, is the key takeaway. What looks like a bunch of random, chaotic ideas is actually a carefully engineered system. Every single element is designed to make you feel a powerful, simple emotion. The thrill of destruction, the inspiration of triumph, one right after the other. It's an emotional roller coaster by design, and it's built to keep you completely locked in from start to finish.
All of which leaves us with one final question to think about. This formula is a massive, massive success, reaching hundreds of millions of people. So, what does its incredible appeal say about us? What are we, the audience, really looking for when we sit down to be entertained? Definitely something to chew on.